Hello and welcome to another session for DUALpreneur Virtual Mastermind. I am your facilitator, Tara Jackson, aka Madam Money, and founder of DUALpreneur Community. I am so thankful to all of my friends and family that I consider family who are experts in their fields that has taken the time to come and pour into us, share their expertise, and give all of this great information to help keep dualpreneurs in business. And so one of the things that I really want to touch on, because I don't know if you knew this, but I'm an introvert. I am a clear introvert. And I innately am shy. Now I can become an extrovert and I can, capture a room, I can get on stage and I can do whatever, but my first instinct is shyness, right? So I don't like to go out and sell or do those sales. That's why I was never really good with network marketing because I didn't want to have to go out and sell, and I never wanted to feel salesy or sound salesy because I get turned off when when people sound salesy to me, or I can hear a sales pitch coming when someone says, "Hey, I want you to look at something and tell me what your thoughts are. It's a new product and everything." That's got to be a copy and paste for every network marketing, and I kind of see it coming. And I never wanted to sound like that, but because I'm in business, my business is reliant on sales. That's how we build business. So in order for us to continue to build our business, we have to have that recycle or that influx of sales. But how do you do that when you are an introvert? This pandemic thing and this quarantine thing, I'm loving every minute of it. My extrovert friends, not so much. But how, as an introvert, or if you're just plain shy, or if you get stage fright or whatever, how can you utilize that, or what strategies can you use to sell successfully? Well, I had to find one of my friends who is the master salesperson. I've known him for, we're going on 10, 15 years. Long time. He's old, I'm not. So we've known each other.
I made it.
Right. We've known each other for a really, really long time. So I had to call my master sales savant guru, big brother, Shay Brown, to talk about it. He is the founder of the Happy Entrepreneur. That's right?
Yep, Happy Entrepreneur Network. You're absolutely correct.
Entrepreneur Network. And Shay, I just wanted to thank you so much for spending some time with us today and helping us introverts and shy people learn how to successfully sell in this environment, because we have a captive audience now. Even after the pandemic, if you're watching the replay or you're watching after the quarantine and after the pandemic, we're still going to be introverts and most people are still going to be shy. So how do we still utilize some sales? So Shay, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, what can we do?
Absolutely. Well, let me first say it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, and I'm really excited to be here because there's a challenge that's facing all of us as entrepreneurs today. And that number one challenge, and it's really the number one challenge facing business today, is lack of sales. And specifically, when you drill that down a little bit further. So if you think of one side of it, the big challenge is lack of sales, which is the reason that businesses fail today. On the opposite side of that, the reasons that businesses grow, the reason that businesses succeed, the number one reason is their sales grow. And the conversation we're going to have today is around how can you be, an introvert? How can you be shy and still be successful in this industry as an entrepreneur, as someone like yourself who probably already has a big heart. You want to make a difference in the world. You've got the experience. You've got the expertise. You've already checked in with the passion. You checked in with your purpose. Now you need one thing to happen. You all can jot this down in your notes. This might be your number one note for today, but here it is. You want your profits to fund your passion. Let me say that again. You want your profits to fund your passion. And the only way to have your profits fund your passion is really to make more sales. So I'm excited to be here. I just want to acknowledge you and all of the dualpreneurs that exist out there that are part of this mastermind that Tara's put together. It's a way for us all to get better. It's a way for us all to grow. And even in these very challenging times, certainly we are in uncharted waters. I get that. Never seen these type of times that we're in right now. But here's what I know. If there was ever a time that we were going to get things done, if there was ever a time that we were going to learn a new skill, if there was ever a time we were going to get that project completed, if there's ever a time we were going to get better in any area of our life, is now. Why? Because we have 1,440 minutes and we're not stuck in our house. We're safe in our house where we can do it right here. So wouldn't you want to be safe in your home, have all the time you want, and then go develop and get better? And for those folks that come out of this, I don't know, I pray we all come out of this, obviously, but for all of us that come out of this situation, if we come out of this the same way we went into it, then just shame on us. I mean, we just wasted this precious time that the good Lord has given us, because we should be able to at least improve our own skill sets. So I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about sales for shy folks. You want me to go ahead and kick off? I didn't know if you want me to say a few
go
words.
ahead. And that's great. And I appreciate you doing this, especially for people like me, and for all the other introverts and shy people. So yeah, what are some ways that we can successfully sell as introverts or shy people?
Sure. So first, let me just simply say that I'm just like every single one of you. I wasn't born this way. I wasn't wired this way, but it's a skill that we all had to acquire. What I like to do first is I really have two outcomes. Let me share those two outcomes. My number one outcome is to give you all the techniques, the tools, and exactly how you can be an introvert like myself, someone that doesn't want to sell at all, and still be successful in your business. And that's my number one outcome. And then my second outcome is just to kind of share a few ways that you can improve the business systems that you have in sales. And so when you combine those two together, it makes a difference. So you're either improving your selling skills, or you're taking these same skills and you're sharing them with some of you who have a team. So even if you don't want to sell, I always say the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Let me go ahead. I think I can share it on my side, right? Did you share the screen with me already? Can I do that? Yes.
You
all right, fantastic. So let me walk you through a couple things right now. Hopefully let's all take some notes. But remember, my number one outcome is that you walk away with at least one way that you can use right now as an introvert to really improve your selling skills. And that's my number one outcome. And I'm looking forward to doing that. So it's always like to start off for those folks that are tuned in for the very first time. I always like to say it's a great day, because anytime you wake up, anytime your feet touch the ground, it indeed is a great day. Where's the controller? I think it's here. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me see. I can find. I got another pad over here. Oh, okay. Here it is, right here. Okay. I didn't know it was still on the keyboard. I have the wrong one, by the way. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. I got to get my things down. All right. Let me go ahead and share. I'm not perfect, y'all, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better with all these gadgets going on. Okay. Let me now go ahead and share just one idea. Go ahead and jot this idea down in your notes. And it's not the reason you need to learn how to sell, but I just want you to have this. This is one of my core beliefs, is that selling will solve any business problem. So you're sitting at home right now, or you're sitting wherever you are, and you're like, okay, I've got to improve my sales. I got to improve my revenue. I need the resources necessary to execute that. Then selling is how we're going to get there, right? That's the first thing. The second thing I want to share with you, and this is just for those folks that don't want to sell. Now, if you know you need to sell and you're shy, no worries. We'll get to that in a second. But for those folks that have a resistance to selling, a resistance to learning the skills, I was talking to someone about 3 years ago, and she said, Shay, I hate selling. In fact, I don't even see myself in sales. And I said, well, that's an oxymoron, right? A business owner, but not in sales, which is really kind of interesting. But here's what I shared with her. I said, look, I want you to know this. And I gave her this one idea, and you can jot this down in your notes. I said, all roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation, because there's nowhere else for it to go, right? There's nowhere else to go. So all of your marketing, all of your automation, all of your networking, all of your Facebook Lives, all of your Zooms, everything you're doing right now, all these roads that go to one place and one place only, and that is a professional sales presentation. So it only makes sense that we understand how to sell, and more importantly, how do we sell as we go about that. So let me tell you what I shared with her, and it created a big breakthrough, and it might create a breakthrough for you, because here we are running a race. That's what I always say. And we're running a 100-yard dash. She has a resistance to sales. I don't. She has to keep jumping over all these hurdles trying to do this 100-yard dash. And even if she's faster than me, I'll still get there and hit her, because it's holding her back. So I shared these 3 words for her. It created a breakthrough. Jot this down in your notes. This is a breakthrough. Selling equals service. Put down your notes. Selling equals service. Jot that down. It's only 3 words, but you only need one idea. Selling equals service. So I told her, I said, can you at least show up and serve first sell second. She said, yeah, I can do that. I said, well, really selling is about three things. Jot these three things down in your notes. Let's just shift your mindset. Let's shift your belief system. Let's get you tuned into the one skill set that honestly will grow your business, allow you to double your income and have so much more difference in the world, not be like myself and all the pain that I went through, which I'll tell you about. I said, selling really is about three things. And here's my definition of selling. I said, selling really is about education. So can you educate people that there is a problem on the planet and you're here to solve it? She says, yeah, I can do that. I said, great. Don't worry about selling. Selling equals what? Service. Selling equals what? Service. Selling equals what? Service. Okay, I got that shit. I got that. Say, that's number one. I said, number two, selling is about leading. Put that in your notes. Selling is about leading. So first, selling equals service. Got it, Shay. And then selling is about leading. So you're going to educate them first, and then you're going to share with them how you solve a problem with or without them. Okay, I got it, Shay. I can do that. Look, you're not trying to convince nobody. I'm not going to teach you no skills how to do that. You're not trying to persuade anybody. I'm not going to teach you any skills like that. You're not going to try to do something to trick their mind. No, you're going to state there's a problem. This is how I solve it. I can do that. So I said, first, selling is about education. Got it, Shay. Selling is about leading. Got it, Shay. And then third, jot this down in your notes. I said, selling is about moving people to action. Can you at least ask them if they would like to work with your organization to solve the problem? If they do, great. If not, no big deal. Put that down in your notes. You might even have to, we'll do a little neuro-linguistic sales on this particular session, but we'll save that, Tara, for another time. I'm teaching them language patterns. But I want you to have this one in your notes. If not, no big deal. That takes all the pressure immediately out of everyone who's in the situation. All right, Shay, I got it. So selling equals service. Now I want you to tell yourself this 7 times a day for the next 7 days. Put that in your notes. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. Selling equals service. Selling equals service. Selling equals service. Now, why do I want you to tell yourself that 7 times a day for the next 7 days? Maybe you've had this experience. You're driving down the road in your car. Your favorite song comes on the radio. And you start singing along with the songs of the word, with the words of the song on the radio. And here's the question. When did you ever decide you were going to learn those words? You never did. And that's what's going to happen now. You're going to be somewhere and say, you know what? Selling equals service. You know, he said selling is about education. I'm here to educate people today. And I'll say that sometime. Hey, look, I'm here to educate you that there's a problem, that folks need a sales team. And so today I'm going to have a conversation on how we provide sales teams to organizations so they don't have to do all the selling. Sound good? Sure. See, now I'm taking everything out of it. I'm going to teach you other things, but I want you to get this concept. I want to shift your mindset, because the law of belief is whatever you tell yourself over and over again, you will eventually believe. The law of belief is whatever you tell yourself over and over again, you will eventually believe. So you believe that selling equals service, then you're already there. If you believe you only have to educate people, then you're only going to ask them if you can let them know there's a problem. If you only let them know, can I help you lead? They say yes, you're already there. If they buy, they buy. If they don't, know what? Big deal. If they don't, no big deal. So let me break it down another way. Just for some folks, they got to see it visually. Some folks got to hear it, audit it. Somebody got to feel me. I get that. The one thing about revenue is it shows up in our service. If your bank account doesn't reflect how good you are right now, then I want you to know this, because we haven't served enough folks. That says back, but it should say bank. But your bank account doesn't reflect how good you are, then you got to look at how often have you been serving? How many problems have you been solving? Whether you're introvert or extrovert, it doesn't matter. Our goal every day is to find someone with a problem and share how we solve it. When we do that, we're making it happen. So selling is just a process by which we exchange value for value. So if you're not selling, then you're not serving. So you can be serving for free, but your bank account won't reflect how good you are. But you're not exchanging your value for their value. Follow me, follow me, follow me. This is very important. So you imagine, mentioned you were saying here before, you had sons. Some of you had someone 18, some of us 22. My sons are grown as well right now. But there was a time they wanted to drive. And my nephew's getting his license, I think, next week, by the way. He's a senior. Well, I guess he's done his senior year. He ain't going back to school. That's not funny. But he gets his license. And you remember when you gave the car to your niece or your nephew, or if you have kids, you gave them that car and they wanted to drive the car just like you have this business. You're so excited and you get out there and you can't wait to get going. So follow me. When you serve without selling, it's kind of like my son used to bring the car home all the time. It's like bringing the car back without gas. We're not fueling the car up, but we're having a good time, like in business. We love connecting with people. We love doing things for free, and in some cases, not asking for what we're worth. And so as a result, we're having a great time with the car, but we bring it back and there's no what? Gas. There's no gas in the car. Jot this down in your notes. I don't want you to miss this. This is one of the top 5 ideas I'm going to share. Probably already sell a couple ideas already. You only need one, but here's another golden nugget. We ain't even got started yet. I'm just getting warmed up. I want to change the psychology of where you are. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue. Jot that down in your notes. Cars run on gas. And just like you got to put gas in that car in order to make that car run, you got to do what? You got to do what? You got to put revenue in that business. I started this with a number 1 premise. I said the number 1 challenge for business today, or number 1 reason that business fails today is due to lack of sales. So they're never putting enough revenue into the gas tank to let the car run. Jot that down in your notes. Cars run on gas, business runs on revenue. Cars run on gas, business runs on what? Revenue. And so I know you already understand it's important, but I want to shift the psychology in your subconscious brain right now to understand and connect it to, you know what? I can do this. This is a learned skill. So when you bring back your car and it's on empty, someone else has to fill it up. Just like your business. You bring your business back and it runs on empty, then you got to use your credit card. Some of you have to use a line of credit. Some of you are sitting without the resources you need right now to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve in your business because there's no revenue. It has nothing to do with you. You working hard. You can't talk to someone recently that said, Shay, I can't work any harder. I said, I know. So let's focus on the areas that matter the most. And it wasn't just about her selling, but it was about I can't work any harder. So here's what I share with her, and I'll share it with you as well. And this may create a breakthrough because you just had Trevor Otto on here. You know, we go together like peanut butter and jelly, but we fight like oil and water. So it's time to fight a little bit for a moment. Marketing is sexy. For sure it is. But selling equals service. See, marketing doesn't put the gas into the car. Marketing doesn't put the revenue into the business. So marketing is sexy. You need that. You need to look good. These slides look good. I can take these slides away and you can probably listen to me. But the slides look good. So marketing is really sexy. But the service comes in when you start selling and exchanging what? Value for value. So this is what I know to be true. Branding helps your business. You need it. You got the Happy Entrepreneur logo. You probably think it's cool. You might even forget what that logo looks like tomorrow. Marketing helps your business. So many marketing processes, so many marketing strategies. There's 1,000 ways to spend money on marketing. But sales keeps you in business. Go ahead. Some of you might want to take a picture of that slide right there. Branding helps your business. Marketing helps your business. But sales keeps you in business because someone has to fund all of the resources, the automation tools, your Infusionsoft, I don't know, your Active Campaign, your ClickFunnels, your MyFunnels, the this, the that. Something has to fund all of that. And the only way to get that funded, just like the only way to make the car move, is to put what? Gas in the car. This is the importance of the conversation we're having. It's probably one of the top 10 conversations you're probably going to have in your business right now. This is what I do know. Without sales, you will always have more. Talk to any accountant, talk to any financial planner, Tyler can holler at you. Without sales, at the top of every profit loss statement is something called sales. Without sales, you will always, you might want to circle that one. You might want to put a pin in that one. You will always have more going out than coming in. Shay, what's your point? What's your point of going through that monologue? Talk to me. Why'd you say all that? The reason I wanted to say all that is one thing. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious what? Business. Someone jot that down in your notes right now. If you're taking notes, I'm so glad you're taking notes. And all of you folks that are watching and viewing and you've got a hold of this and you're able to tune in, take as many notes as you want because superstars are always writing down great ideas because very few of us have a perfect memory. And how many ideas do you need to change your life? How many ideas do you need to change your life? One. And whenever you're having a conversation about gas that goes in the car. Whenever you're having a conversation about revenue that fuels a business, it means one thing and one thing only. And here's what it means. It's a serious conversation. And so I started this conversation the way I'm going to bring it to where we are now, and that is selling will solve any business problem. So let's go ahead and solve the problem now. Let's go ahead and fast forward and make sure that we solve the business problem we have now. First, I'm going to share with you the 4S formula. And this is for all the introverts. Now, you can be an extrovert and you're going to still tune in because introverts make the top sales superstars in the world. I'll tell you why in a minute. Number one reason why, and it's one of my core beliefs, and I've been sharing this now for many, many, many years, and it doesn't change. This is a core principle, and principles work. At least one of my core beliefs. They work in good times. They work in bad times. They work yesterday, they work today, and they work forevermore. Put this in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. We're talking about a selling system in a minute, but systems beat goals every single time. Why is that? Because goals are always in the future. The system is what you're doing on a daily basis to actually reach that particular goal. So now you're just stepping back and we're just talking about one of the systems. We can talk about systems in your health. That's how you eat. That's how you exercise. Systems with your finances. That's how you spend less than you make. Talking about systems in your relationships, how you communicate with other folks. We can talk about systems in business, but I'm fortunate and I'm excited you're here to talk about systems in your sales. Yes, 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 yes. So I want you to have this. This is very serious. Systems beat goals every single time. Someone put money idea in your notes, put money idea. I don't know, it's probably another money idea, but you listen and do what I'm about to tell you. This is probably $50,000 you're going to earn over and beyond what you would have earned in your business if you didn't have that one idea. Because you'll forever look at things as a system, not something that you have to do. Systems are repeatable. Systems are duplicatable. Systems are something that you can hand to someone else to do the work. Your labor is not involved. So for some of you, when I teach you how to do it, you're going to be saying, okay, I'm learning this skill, because that's what I do. I have to teach people to learn the skill themselves, or I'm going to be teaching these skills to my sales team, because I didn't get in business to have a job. I didn't become an entrepreneur just to sell all day long. Here's my favorite saying. It's a Shayism. It's fine. All these are, but this is so true. If you don't want to sell, the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. Topic for another time on building a 7-figure sales team. Today, we're going to focus on building your scaling sales, but some of you, you're going to be using these skills with someone else. So Shay, give me the 4S formula. Here it is. Give me the 4S formula, and I got to get into some good stuff. Here's the 4S formula. It's my methodology. It's what we used over the last 15 years, and it's helped us stay in business, helped us grow businesses, helped us work with folks who did not want to sell, 100% didn't want to sell, and those who wanted to sell, loved to sell, had the gift, had everything else, but they didn't have a system. So here it is, 4S. Oh, why I keep hitting that button? I don't know why I put that there. 4S formula. Jot this in your notes. Systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. But Shay, you said you're the happy entrepreneur. Don't worry about that. I'm going to break that down. Happy entrepreneur is a brand. Successful CEO is who I am. Different topic for another time. The 4S formula, systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. Let me unpackage that if I can for just a moment. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you showed up. Only winners are here right now. Only champions are here right now. Only people who know they have the potential inside of them to perform at a higher level. Only you're in right now. And Tyra, you've got the whole folks that are here, all of you in the mastermind and all of you who just joined on, welcome. We're about to go for a real ride now. I was just getting started. I had to lay the groundwork for some of those folks who just have a resistance for sales so we can raise your belief systems. Okay, here we go. Systems, what is a system? Systems is just something that's duplicatable. It's something that you can do over and over again. You think about McDonald's, by the way, it's an old story, right? Ray Kroc was already 60 plus years old. The hamburger was there. The French fries was already there. Freaking Coca-Cola was already there. He just said, let me put a system so I can do this in Hong Kong and it tastes the same. I can do this in Washington, D.C. and it tastes the same. I can do it in Florida, it tastes the same. That was the system. And then after that, during my generation, someone came along called Uber. And Uber said, well, you have a car, you want to ride. What if I put a system together and connect you two together? And now all of a sudden they have what? Uber, the largest taxi cab service that doesn't own any taxis. And then after that came another company that I love to talk about. A guy walks into a gym. He says to himself, wow, this is cool. I pay a membership and there's no one here. I love this. But I wonder what the finances look like. He did a little research. He decided to go out and open up another company. So he borrowed an idea, what you're going to be doing during this conversation, best practices from the gym memberships, took that to another industry. So you can adopt what I'm saying. It doesn't matter the industry you're in. And then Forbes magazine said this is one of the top 5 franchises to buy over the last 3 years. You know what it is? Massage Envy. You know what Massage Envy did? They said the same thing. They said, well, I'm going to put a system in place. I'm just going to charge people a monthly fee. And guess what? I'm going to make plenty of money. So systems are important. So systems plus a strategy. A strategy is just the how-to. It's how you implement the system. We use the evergreen revenue model. And so the evergreen revenue model is how do you do one thing one time and your labor is never involved. And that's a strategy. I don't want to get into that. That's not as important right now. But the third S for you is important. The third S is sales. And sales provides the revenue to purchase the resources necessary to execute 3 visions that I believe exist right now. And you need the revenue because you need the resources. You've got a vision right now for yourself, the way you want to live, the food you want to eat, organic or not organic, right? Vegetables are frozen vegetables. It's a price to that. Some of you right now, you have a vision for your loved ones. I love right now Mother Dear. I get the opportunity to take her to physical therapy when she wants to go shopping. I'm blessed to be able to write the check or swipe the credit card. Right now, she won't let me in the house. So we've got to order food to her home, or we go to her doorstep and put it there for her topic. And it's very important. So some of you have loved ones right now. You want to send your kids to a school of your choice. You want to write a check for someone else's mortgage. You want to give to your community. And so it takes resources. That means it takes revenue. That means we got to serve some people because selling equals service. And then many of you have a vision right now for the people you were called to serve. That's number 3. That's number 3. And that vision is so much bigger than you, so much bigger than you. Now, I happen to be a believer. Doesn't matter if you are or not. You'll relate to this. But imagine you're Noah in the Bible right now. And Noah has this vision given to him by God. Like you got a vision for these people you want to serve. And he shows up. And one day someone says, hey, Noah. And Noah says, what? What's going on? We don't have any hammers. What? No hammers? What am I going to do? We don't have any nails either, Noah. No nails? Bad news, Noah. We don't have any wood or we don't have no team to do the work. Oh my gosh. And that might be you right now. You might be sitting there. You got a big heart. You're doing all the training. You're reading everything there is to read. Every book there is to read. You've read the book. You've watched the videos. You've attended more webinars and seminars and conference calls and coaches and this and that. And you still don't have the resources. That's only because you haven't focused on sales. So if we understand that systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO, then you got to be saying, Shay, what in the LL Cool J is a successful CEO? And I'm glad you asked because I would want to know too. I would say, well, Shay, you're the happy entrepreneur. But what I determined is I can be happy and broke. You can be happy and doing all the work. So I say, look, y'all use branding for preneurs, happypreneur, facepreneur, dualpreneur, mypreneur, mamapreneur, faithpreneur, thispreneur, thatpreneur. That's great. But when I started this business, I got this enterprise, I got here to be one thing and one thing only. And that's a successful CEO. So Shay, what is a successful CEO? Let's give them the definition. Let's unpackage that for them. A successful CEO is a person with more cash flow. That means they're serving more people. We serve and then we sell. They have more profits. Y'all know what profits are. That means there's more money coming in than there is going out. And then more importantly, and this is why we got in business, no one got in business for a freaking job. Not at this price. Is we want the freedom to do the things that we want to do when we want to do it. And I think that's important. I think as you're listening right now, I don't think you got in business for the money. I think you got in business because you want to have more meaning in the world. I don't think you got in business because you wanted income in your pocket. I think you got in business because you want to make more impact in the lives and businesses of folks. And I think many of you right now, you believe, and this is you, this might be you, you believe you can make $1 and a difference at the same time. If that's you, put in your notes, that's me. I want to make $1 and a difference at the same time. And it's showtime now because you are a successful CEO. So this is the one affirmation I want to give you. This is the one thing I'm not going to give you much, but this is the one homework assignment. It's the one time that I, over the next 7 days, are going to be there with you. And if this is you, this is you. This is all I want you to tell yourself 7 times a day for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. Now, I'm going to give you my personal email. I'll give you my personal cell number. Now, some of you are going to text me, and that's cool. And I'm going to send you a short video. I'm going to help you. No cost to you. Next 7 days, I just want to do one thing. I believe in affirmations. I believe in core values. One of our core beliefs at the Happy Entrepreneur network is that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. We believe that. So I believe in you first. But put this in your notes. I am a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. Systems beat goals every single time. Why? Because I have more cash flow coming in. I'm serving more people. I'm filling up that gas tank. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue. Wait. I am a successful CEO. Why is that? Because selling equals service. And I know selling is serious business. So I am here to serve first and sell second. I am a successful CEO. Why? Because systems beat goals every single time. Here's what I want you to do. If you believe that you're a successful CEO, if you believe this is your time, you believe this is your moment, if you're with me right now, you were built for this moment. This is what your whole life has brought you to, all your good chapters and all your bad chapters. I got some bad chapters in my life as well. And all of your training has led you to this moment. God's put you here during this time. He wouldn't have put us here if he didn't think we can make it. He wouldn't put us here if we couldn't make a difference. Then I want you to text me, and I want you to only text me these words: I am a successful CEO. And I'm going to be in this fight with you. I'm going to be there with you. We're going to work together. Over the next 7 days, I'm going to be your accountability partner. And you're going to focus on what I'm about to tell you, which is what introverts do in just a second. But I'm going to do that for you, and I'm going to have a one-on-one. There's no cost. It doesn't matter if you're watching live or you're watching this recording. Here's my personal cell number, and I want you to text me. Now, when I want you to do it today, when now, when in the first hour. You got 1 hour from the time I get off of here now. If you're watching the replay, it's on an honor system, okay? You gotta have an honor system. But go ahead and put this down. I am a successful CEO. My number is 202-270-1662. You might want to do it right now while we're here. I'll pause for a second. Open up your phone, go to the messenger, and type in I am a successful CEO to 202-270-1662. Now, I won't know who you are, so I can't contact you. So put your first name down. Now, why do I want you to put I am a successful CEO? Because I want to shift your mindset. I want to raise your beliefs as we raise your standards, as we give you the systems that you need in your business right now, not only to sell, but to teach other people. And that's the only way to get to a successful CEO. You're going to have systems. You're going to have a strategy. You're going to have sales. Everything else is inside of it. There's marketing systems and there's this systems and that system. But at the end of the day, if it ain't a system and if it calls your labor, too much work. That's not a successful CEO. So that's why I said.
So you just gonna give people your personal cell phone too?
I'm giving them my personal cell phone number and the time that I have, because I only have so much time. I think I got 30 minutes left. It looks like I think right here. So I only got so much time. So I don't have time to unpackage this. I don't. But I do have time in a minute.
I'm just trying not to be bitter, because
This is no worries. It's no worries. This is a small.
I'm glad you all love my peoples. I'm just glad because.
Well, I'm gonna give you the number again. The reason I'm doing it, Tara, is that I understand that statistically speaking, all of you are not going to do this, and I'm okay with that. It's not for all of you. I'm okay with that. But here's what I know: you can do it. What I know is this can make a difference for you. So if it's for you, great. If not, know what? No big deal. I love it. So my life will still go on. The number is 202-270-1662. Text those words. I am a successful CEO. Put your first name, put your last name so I know who you are. Put your best contact number and your email, because I've seen a short video. You can watch it and take an assessment, have some fun. I'll email that to you. So first name, last name, best contact number, and email. I am a successful CEO. And you tell yourself that 7 times a day for how long? The next 7 days. You know why you're doing it. They don't know why, because they weren't paying attention earlier, but that's not you. You know why. Let me just be honest with you. When I first started this business, I had no idea about being in sales. I didn't want to be in sales. I hated sales. Sales was never, ever for me. But although I hated sales, I knew something. I needed it. I hated selling, but I needed it. How many of you out there, if I went around right now and says you hated sales, probably everybody would raise their hand. But you would all agree one thing. You need it. And even if you don't need it for the money, you're going to still pay your mortgage. You're going to still be able to feed your family. When you have more money, you can have more meaning for yourself. You will wear better clothes. You will go to better doctors. You will drive better cars. Your family will take vacations and have memories that others will not have, that don't have the money. And you'll write a check for organizations and causes you believe in that you can't be there but it'll further you and you will be a living legacy. So although you might not think you need it, I want you to know, even if you hate it, I need it. And I understand that. And that was tough for me. That was tough for me because I got in business for two reasons and two reasons only. Number one, to do what I love to do. I love what I'm doing. I mean, this right here, this is like my vitamin. This is what I was wired for. This is what I was built for. Not because it's selling, because I can change lives. I can have so much more of a difference. Even right now in the social distancing, I'm a high introvert as well. I now can touch more people faster, easier, with less effort and make a difference. And number two, I want financial freedom. I don't want to have to go to work 9 to 5. Although as an entrepreneur, I work more hours, but I took a nap before this one. It felt good. It felt good to go upstairs, talk to Tara, had an hour and a half. I went and took a nap. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. When I finish, you guys, I'm gonna be so wired. I didn't have any sugar yet. This is crazy. And but I wanted the freedom to do what I want to do. And that's probably why you got in business. But here's what I knew. When I got started, I didn't know how to sell. Didn't want to sell. And then after I got laid off, because I was doing the DUALpreneur thing. I love the DUALpreneur thing. If I could do the DUALpreneur thing, I would do it. I love it. I tell my wife, keep working, do it. I would. But I got laid off back on May 31st, 2014. And I decided to go down to Kinko's that night. And unlike other folks, my homies had some business. Like you see people got businesses. So I decided to take my money, hung my shingle out the door after going to Kinko's. And the shingle that said Shay Brown, called myself Coach Shay, got started. I was excited, couldn't wait to get going. Oh my gosh, was I excited, by the way. And then after about 90 days in business, I was tired, I was frustrated, I was struggling, and in short, I was out of money. And maybe you've had that experience where you just out of money. And then I started burning through my 401k. I don't suggest you do that. Don't any of you do that now. Don't any of you do that. But I believed in this dream. And I was like, it's going to work. And then I was putting it on my credit cards. Oh my gosh, it was bad. And how many of you know, and how many of you have been in love before? And you know, if you're in love and it's already kind of tough, and then you put financial pressure on it, came home one day, my wife left. I said, oh my gosh, this is really bad. And now I find myself a failure. And so my sons decide they're going to move in with me, which normally doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Normally they go the other way, right? So they're going to be with dad. So now I have no job. Now I'm not making any money. Now I'm sitting up there and my wife is gone and I'm going through this terrible divorce. I'm trying to hide it from my friends. Don't suggest you do that either. They're going to find out anyway. Just let them know if anything goes bad. And then one day I'm upstairs and I'm working and my son say, Dad, guess what? I'm like, what? Someone's still in the car. Run downstairs, look out the window, and there's my Lexus 470 truck being hoisted up. Look at my sons. I look at the guy. I give him the nod. He gives me the nod back. I turned around and I lied. I told my sons the car is just going to the garage. It was in that moment that I felt like a failure as a father, felt like a failure as a husband. I felt like a failure as just a business owner. I said I was going to turn things around. And I had the never again moment. Never again am I going to find myself in a situation. And I got fired up. And how many of you ever got fired up before and nothing happened? Yeah. Then I found myself in bankruptcy. And if you've ever had that never again moment, you know what that's like. Go ahead in your notes. Maybe you've had a never again moment in your business. Where never again where the lights get cut off. If that's happened to you, I'm raising my hand. I'm not proud of that. Never again will I have to worry about one client paying my bills. I've been there before again. Never again will I have to lie and borrow money from family members, knowing I couldn't pay them back. But I always believe the next deal is what? Well, this is not your story. I'm not saying it's your story, but the next deal is not around the corner. And I had that never again moment. And it was in that moment, I'm going to fast forward so many things that I learned 3 words. And I did that when I was out doing a training with a mentor. And that's why it's good to have a mentor along this journey of life to do what I'm about to do with you, which is show you in the next few minutes exactly who you are and how you can sell what and be an introvert. I borrowed $5,000 from my brother. It was a never again moment. And I still haven't paid him back, by the way. You know, nothing personal. For this other idea to fly to Rockland, California to a mentor for $5,000. This was back in 2005. $5,000 is a lot of money today, okay? 15 years ago, it was a lot more money. But this guy's gonna teach me how to sell. And I got there and that's not what he did. what he told me was for me to help more people, I had to improve my skills. But he told me what selling would do for me. I looked around, no one looked like me that was 100% focused on sales. And I said, well, while I'm learning, why don't I teach other people? Because I've got to learn. So as I learn, maybe I will teach someone else. I'll learn twice. It was that role. And everybody else was a coach. And I didn't know what else to do. Here I'm an introvert. Corporate America, only worked 2 jobs my whole career. Citibank after undergraduate. I went to Morgan State University. And then I worked for Verizon after, or it was MCI at the time. After leaving graduate school, I went to Johns Hopkins University. So I only worked 2 jobs, corporate America. I didn't know about this. But here's what I learned in this entrepreneur world. Jot this down in your notes. This is so important. This is going to help you. Selling is power. Selling is power. Selling is power. 3 words. Put that in your notes. Selling is power. Well, wait a minute. If selling is power, what is selling the power to do, Shay? Well, selling is the power to feed my family. Selling is the power to pay the mortgage. Selling is the power to take a vacation. Why don't you jot down in your notes right now, if you were able to improve your selling skills and you're able to generate an extra, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000, let's just say $20,000 a month, over and beyond whatever you're earning today, there's an extra $20,000 per month. That means you got the power to do what you want to do. What would you do with the money? Go ahead and jot that down. It's not for me, but jot something down right now. What would you do with an extra $20,000 over and beyond? It could be 10, but if you're in business, why would you be in business for anything less than 20,000? You work as hard as you can to get to 20,000. You get the right systems to get to 20,000. That's the systems that you want. If it's $1,000 a month, you might as well sell Girl Scout cookies. Nothing personal. You only need a system for $1,000, $2,000 a month. But for 20, you better have a system in place. So what does selling the power do for you? Is it save for retirement? Is it pay off your home? Is it get you out of debt? Is it get a new doctor? But so some of you think I showed up to teach you what introverts do, but no, I showed up this day, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it's for you. I showed up to give you the power that you need right now in your business. Here's what I learned. Tara started off by saying she didn't like to sell and that's not her thing, but that's not true. What I learned that most folks do, they don't mind selling. What they hate is sounding like someone else, sounding like a coach, sounding like a book, sounding like a phony. And why? Because they were using scripts. Someone said, say these words. Jot this down. Don't ever say, someone say these words again, fire them, get rid of them. Tell them, Shay said, no, scripts are for actors. And you are not an actor. You're going to be yourself, baby. That's what you're going to be who you are, who you were born to be, whether they like it or not. Some people call me, they don't like it. Some people watch my show, they don't like me. I stutter, I do this, I get this wrong. I don't really care. I am who I am. And I'm for who wants to work with me. And that's it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I've had to come to grips with that. So I'm not going to be an actor. Be yourself. Shay, why do I want to be myself? Because as I talk to folks, I said, here's what I want you to do. Don't learn how to sell like an introvert or extrovert, because that's not what matters. I'm gonna teach you that in just a moment. Learn how to sell like you, based on your experience, based on your DNA, based on your God-given gifts that you've been given right now. Sell like you. Why is that, Shay? Why is that? Because selling, you want to be 3 things. Jot these 3 things down. This is what folks have told me over the years. They want to be things. They want to be authentic, they want to be natural, and they want to be themselves. Put down your notes. You want to be authentic, you want to be natural, and you really want to be authentic, be natural, and be transparent. That's what I'm going to teach you right now. If I can teach you this, it don't matter if you're introvert or extrovert. Introverts make the best salespeople. Why? Because we follow systems. We follow a structure. We're not trying to wing it. We ain't trying to rely on our charisma. We're going to be who we are. That's how. And here's what I know about you. And I didn't get a chance to meet all of you, but I will get a chance to talk to some of you who already text, I am a successful CEO. I know what? Being you is what? Beautiful. God made you, gave you your DNA from your mom, from your dad, gave you your experience, gave you your expertise, gave you everything you need right now to be successful. So all I want to do is I just want you to be yourself. Well, Shay, how do I be myself? Well, I'm going to walk you through the 7 signature selling styles. As an introvert, you can learn how to sell just like you. I'm going to walk this through in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll open up for questions. Don't worry. Some of you have already texted me, so I'll make sure you get this. For those that text me and all that, I'll send you the slides, because why would I teach a cat to bark and expect it to be successful? So why would I teach you to sell like an introvert when you might be an introvert in certain circumstances and not introvert in other circumstances? We have our primary, we have our secondary. Nobody puts a label on us. So I wouldn't say I'm a this, I'm a that. It's the law of belief. I used to tell myself I wasn't a techie. And for so long, guess what? I wasn't a freaking techie. But then I changed my story. You change your life. So right now I want you to say, I'm just me. And we'll understand who you are, because being you is what? Beautiful. Most folks try to get people to sound like someone else. Let me teach you the 7 signature selling styles. We created this after being in business for over 15 years. I work with scientists, psychologists, and I broke it down because of all the people I was working with. I said, everybody want to be like everybody else. Let me just give them what I believe are the 7 signature selling styles. If they understand this and they know who they are, then they can use language patterns that works for them, not for those. So there's 7 signature selling styles. Let me give these to you. The first one, you can put it in your notes, and as I tell you a one-liner, maybe it's you, is the intuitive signature selling style. In the intuitive signature selling style, they move people to action based on their intuition. And so they don't really prepare before a meeting, by the way. They don't prepare before they go to a sales conversation. They just show up. And then when they show up based on their intuition, based on what they're thinking and so forth, then they'll use certain language patterns. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. All these have their good things and bad things. And maybe, as I said, you sell based on intuition. You raised your hand and said, I am an intuitive signature selling style. I just never knew that. That means you have your own closing style. You have your own language patterns. That's a topic for another time. We teach neural linguistic sales. Hint, Tara had me back talk about neural linguistic sales, language patterns, and how it impacts the sales process. But once you know this, you know who you are. Some of you say, yeah, that's me. I'm the intuitive signature selling style. Say, you ain't even got to go any further. Maybe that's you. Maybe it's not. Others are the scientist selling style. Now, determine the scientist selling style. They move people to action. I'm talking about closing. I'm talking about the whole conversation yet, because I don't have time to get into all that. But they move people to action based on their what? Facts and data. And based on facts and data, and you'll know when you're talking to them, because they always got to support and back up exactly what they're saying and show you all the proof in the world. Now, can you be one and the other? Yes, but there's a primary and a secondary, just like there's anything else in life. The scientist selling style, but they rely on facts and data. That's their support. If that's you, just say, that's me. I'm the scientist selling style. I always know my information. I study. I'm prepared. I'm ready. But they have their strengths and their weaknesses. When they close, they're not going to close and ask for the business the same way that intuitive close and sell for the business. And that's why people get so mixed up, because it's being multiple people and wearing multiple hats. And it's a bit challenging. It's a bit challenging. And then maybe some of you are the rock star selling style. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with the rock star selling style, by the way. The rock star selling style, they move people to action, put this in your notes, based on charisma. And so you think of Anthony Robbins. You think of Eric Thomas. These are the guys, and it could be a woman, it could say anybody else, Beyonce, it doesn't really matter. But they say, look, I have done it. Follow me. You can do it just like me, and you will be me. I got the plane, you get the plane. You want this business, I got the business. And so, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're going to close using different language patterns. See, once you understand your signature selling style, which is how you sell based on your DNA, based on your experience, based on your expertise, then I can teach you the second formula, which is the buyer's profile, which is how do they buy? And there's 10 different buying profiles. So the buying profile has to match the signature style. If not, you change your language pattern, but you never change who you are. I want to leave that with you. That's very important. Some of you are the rock star. If that's you, say, yeah, that's me. I say, look at me. I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's okay. Then there is the drill sergeant selling style. Now, the drill sergeant selling style, they're going to will you to action. They're going to let you know that you can do it, that they believe in you. They're going to work closely with you. Don't worry, there is an assessment you can take. Some of you are going to have already texted 202-270-1662. I get it. You put, I am a successful CEO. You didn't know I was going to give you all this. You can still send it. If you haven't texted yet, text it now. Text it when? Now. What time is it? It is now o'clock time, okay? So you just text 202-270-1662 and then put I am a successful This is only for successful CEOs, okay? It ain't for nobody else right now. Put your first name, put your last name, put your best contact name. Even if you know what I'm talking about, you just got in, you just joined on this webinar or whatever, you just joined in. Go ahead and text right now, 202-270-1662. At least learn your signature selling style. And when you do that, put your first name, your last name, your best contact number, email, and then put, I am a successful CEO. And then some of you out there listening, you sell like me. I'm the heart-centered selling style. Not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. And the heart-centered selling style, they sell based on emotion. There has to be a connection. It's got to be a heart-to-heart connection. They've got to believe the person in it. Now, can they still sell the other different buyers' profile? Yeah, but this is their primary. This is where they are when they're probably the most comfortable. This is just who they are. And so we've got to use different language patterns. We've got to do things a little differently. Each of these have their own signature selling style types. And this is very, very important. I want you to know that. And I want you to get that, because sometimes people, they hear one. If you're the heart-centered selling style, say, that's me. I'm the heart-centered selling style. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Some of you are already texting in, by the way. Right now, you're already, well, don't worry about texting the word style, because I already gave you a number to text. And then some of you may be the visionary selling style. The visionary selling style, they move people to action based on showing them a vision. They see where they need to get to. They're mapping out the path. One of the folks that I admire most, I admire him. He's number 44, the president of the United States of America, two-term president, by the way, and has a really bad wife, by the way. His name is President Barack Obama. And he was a visionary. And he said, yes, we can. And he showed a vision at a time like we're in right now and said, this is how we're going to get there. And so it was able to take us into the future and see where we need to be. And some of you, if that's you, say, I'm the visionary. I already see it for my client. I see how the problem's already solved, but I've got to share it with them so they can see it as well. And this is very important, because as my good friend Delatour McNeil says, you got to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. And that's a very important part. It's probably another $50,000 idea. All these are ideas. I show up today with ideas. I didn't even show up with a bunch of stories, because she don't say I got some time. I only got an hour of time. I've got 10 minutes left according to my watch. And so I wish I could tell you a story, but I can't. I don't have time. So I got to move on. Got to move on. Some of you are the professor signature selling style. When I think of the professor signature selling style, they got to teach you something. My good friend Trevor Otts would argue with me immensely. He is not the professor signature selling style, although he is the professor signature selling style. He's got to teach you beyond a doubt. Even if you know 1 + 1 = 2, he's going to tell you that 1 + 1 = 2. You're like, I already freaking know 1 + 1 = 2. No, 1 + 1 = 2 because I said this. And then after he's taught you something, then he feels comfortable saying, well, you should do something. And there's nothing wrong with that. The professor signature selling style, they're going to teach the person how to do it. They're going to walk them through. They're going to show them the blueprint. They're going to lay it out for them. And then they'll ask them to take action. So what I tried to do in this time is address, yes, the signature selling styles, but as it relates to being an introvert, my argument always is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. Introvert is just a mindset. It's just a belief systems. And beliefs are thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. And I could forever shift and raise your belief right now from the I'm not just an introvert. I just never knew my signature selling style. And once I understand my selling signature style as it relates to sales, then this is the best way that I can sell. Here's my primary, here's my secondary. And you can take an assessment for those who text in and all that. But just in my conversation, I can probably figure it out. And now that I know that I've got to use language patterns. And I know that when I approach a part of a sales process, I'm looking at the evergreen. Someone say strategy, holla at your boy. I'm looking at the strategy that I use, holla at your boy. There's that strategy again. I'm looking at the strategy, part of the 4 S's that I'm using in order to work with different buyer profiles. So if I was making this a little more advanced, I would say your evergreen closing style, there we go with that strategy again. God darn it, Shay. There we go with that strategy. Systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. So it's always there. Then I would say, wow, we can become a sales visionary. And the sales visionary, they're in it to make more meaning. Let me give you the formula of a sales visionary so you have it. The formula is signature selling style. Put this down in your notes. Signature selling style plus buyer's profile. So first you learn how you sell based on your DNA, based on your experience, based on your expertise, plus buyer's profile, which is how they buy. There's 10 different buyer profiles that I've identified. And so that plus, put the last one there, neural linguistic sales. Now, neural linguistic sales is the study of language patterns and how it impacts what you say. It's what you say, when you say it, and how you say it. It's your words. But Shay, why would neural linguistic sales be important to me? Forget all the other stuff I know about that. Jot this one sentence down in your notes. I may have given 50 plus ideas on this call, but here it is. Your words will make you rich. Put that down in your notes. Just put a circle by that when you talk to me. Your words will make you rich. You get better at what you say when you say it. Your conversations will be briefer. You'll go after larger accounts. You'll have greater confidence. You'll have higher self-esteem. You'll write better emails. You'll write better webinar or video packages. You will write better text sequences. You will write better sales pages, better campaigns. You will communicate at a much higher level. And you just got better at what you said. Your words will make you rich. Isn't that a good feeling? All you gotta do is get better at what you say. Isn't that like, I would just be like overjoyed right now. I'd be jumping up and down like saying, this is great, this is great, this is wonderful. But in the time I have, and I think I have 5 minutes left, I just want you to know that at the end of the day, it's all about you. And it's all about you being you. And I just want to enhance the beauty that's already inside of you. I don't want you to worry about convincing anybody, trying to be slick, trying to be fast talking. I just want you, at the end of the day, I really just want you to be you. Why would I teach a cat to bark and expect it to be successful? Cats don't bark. You don't sound like someone else. You sound just like you. And for me, that would be a good feeling. I would be like overjoyed. So write this in your notes. I will sell like me. I will sell like me. I will sell like me. Don't say, Shay, how do I sell like a woman? How do I sell like a man? How do I sell like my coach? I will sell like me with the gifts that I've been getting. Why? Because you only got in business for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. You got in business to do what you love. So we got to let your profits fuel your passion. Most folks let their passion fuel their, they use their profits to go find their passion, not you. You will take your profits and it's going to fuel your passion. And you also want financial freedom. And that's what I know about you. I know right now as you're tuning in, as you're watching, I already know that you're a winner. I know you have greatness inside you. And I know for every single one of you who take the time to text me personally. We'll have a discussion so I'll learn more about your signature selling style. For some of you, you're doing all the selling. You are the #1 salesperson for your company because you're only salesperson. And that's okay. We'll help you build your selling skills. Next 7 days, no costs. I'm home for next 7 days. You may be home for next 7 days. I've got a few minutes on my calendar. You got a few minutes on your calendar. So let's work together and do that. Others of you, you're like, I don't want to sell. And I always say, if you don't want to sell, the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. So what am I going to do? Then we'll do the selling for you. And I'll teach you how to build a 7-figure sales team, or you can have your own virtual sales team go do all this for you. I leave you with this in the 2 minutes I have. I leave you with this. For some of you watching right now, you're like, you know what, Shay, I need this mantra. I need to stay in this conversation. And if that's you right now, I want to at least extend to you something that we're doing around our core values. We've been sharing our core values with the world. It's been making a difference. I've got to go. And we've been calling it the Happy Entrepreneur Manifesto. And I love the manifesto because the manifesto is what you believe. It's a public declaration to the world. I hope this gets it here. It's a public declaration to the world. I can do desktop. No, let me do this one. It's a public declaration to the world on who you are and what you believe in. And here's the page. I'm gonna give you another number. You can text in now to get it. You can download your free manifesto. There's no check. There's no cost. There's no association. But we're on a mission, and our mission is really to inspire and 10 million sales professionals before I leave this earth. And I want this to be something they can look at on a daily basis. They look at it, it makes a difference for them. It's helping so many of our clients over the last couple of weeks, by the way, that we have released this. And I'm really, really pleased with it. Let me tell you how you can get it. Ooh, what did I do? Let me tell you how you can get it. Let me tell you one of my favorites on here if I can. And it's just me. It's just me. They're all my favorite. I wouldn't put them on here, by the way. I just wouldn't put them on here. But you'll get this. I'll give you the number to text in a moment. But I got a call from a good friend of mine. She says, I believe spending quality time with family is non-negotiable. Now, she was feeling bad, and this because everything going on, because she felt like she was always working, and she's home, and she felt like she was spending less time with the kids. But when she started seeing that, and she put it up, and you don't have to put it up, by the way. She happened to put it up in her office, and it made a difference for her, and it made me feel good. It didn't cost her. It didn't cost me anything. It didn't cost her anything, but it was a gift. I like the one on the left-hand side that I believe automation is the key to reclaiming my time. And for some of you, maybe that's what you want to focus on. Others, maybe it's I believe a healthy business requires a healthy me. But in the center of it, the core foundation that we hold on is that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results to show up in your bank account. So let me go ahead and give you the number that you can text in right now. And I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to put it up for just a second, and then I'm going to turn it over to Tara. And then if you want to get it, go right ahead. If you don't, know what? No big deal. No big deal. But it's my gift to you. Go ahead right now. Take your phone out, because this is not my personal number, but I'm only going to leave this up here for a few minutes. So if you're watching on the video right now, and I would do it now, by the way, and text the number 202-999-3515. Once again, 202-999-3515. Once again, 202-999-3515. You're going to text one word: manifesto. And when you get this, I want you to read it one time, and I want you to share with me which one resonated with you. Now, it might only resonate with you because of where you are right now in your life, and that's fine. And I want you to hold that core belief. And I want you to tell yourself that, and just look at it constantly, and let it be a reminder during these times. So text the word manifesto. This is what we're doing. I know you're doing something to make a difference in the world. I believe in the giver's economy. The person out gives the competition, out earns the competition. So this is one of my big gifts to the world, and it's what I'm going to leave behind. It's the Happy Entrepreneur Manifesto. So text the word manifesto. Now, even if you don't need it, when you text the word manifesto to 202-999-3515 to get the manifesto, no cost, no charge, no catch. It'll take you to the web page. Pay it forward. Send it to someone else. You can share it with your network. Let's together make a bigger difference. So with that being said, I want to thank you, Tara, for the opportunity to serve, to share with your audience step by step what they can do as an introvert or as an extrovert, but really sales for shy folks is what I call it. And they can use signature selling style to see what works best for them. So with that being said, my name, by the way, for those folks that are tuning in, my name is Shay Brown. Once again, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Remember this, though. Time is long. Life is short. Live in the moment and enjoy the moment. God bless. Back over to you, Tara.